what's going on YouTube? This is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair and Clay Motion here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and you're watching the Clay Way. If this video is helpful, please consider subscribing, clicking the notifications, sharing my videos, and giving me them sweet old thumbs up. If you've got a question for me, hit me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook Messenger. I will certainly try to answer them for my subscribers if I'm able to. And if my video is helpful, please consider turning the volume down on one of my sweet playlists while you're sleeping at night, letting that sucker play on through. Okay, so I had no intention of making a video on doing the front brakes on this Ford Focus, but I was always curious if I did these springs right. For a couple years, I was doing the springs on the front of the brake pads, and I could never get them on. I was having to bend them and stuff, and they didn't always seem to be sitting right. So I took a little while, and I thought about it, and I figured out the way to do it, and I thought I'd show you guys because I was watching another video on these springs, and the guy was talking about bending the clips and stuff. You shouldn't have to bend it, people. It should go together. I mean, they're not bending this stuff at the factory when they install it, and they're getting the same spring you got at home. So, we're going to show you how to do this real quick. Super simple. Hey guys, so I want you to try to watch the whole video because at the end of the video, after I show you how to install these springs properly, I'm going to give you some pretty good tips on doing brakes and some pretty good things to watch for when you're putting these brakes back together. Okay, so a lot of Ford models, Ford F-150s use this outer spring kind of design. It may look a little bit different, but I've seen people do this, and I've always wondered when they come into the shop, what people were thinking. I understand why they try to put the spring on after everything's assembled. You need to take the brake caliper bracket off, insert the brake pads into the brake caliper bracket, sliding the brake caliper bracket underneath the spring, and that's the sweet ticket right there. You're literally gonna assemble the bracket and everything. You're gonna make sure you pull all your brake pads this way. Make sure your brake bracket is inside there, and I'm going to disassemble this and show you guys what I'm talking about. And then, okay, when I'm doing brakes on the front of a Ford that have these outer springs like this, or the straight ones that you find on the Explorers and Expeditions and F-150s, etc., I take off the whole caliper bracket, and the reason that I do that is because once you have that off, you can lift up on the back of this, slide this out, and you don't have springs flinging out all over the place. So I'm going to grab it with both hands, pull this spring off of here. Now, when we've installed our brake calipers, brackets, and you get your spring on there and everything, and your piston is all compressed in, you want to make sure that there's very little gap in between the brake caliper bracket and the brake caliper itself. So right in here, this should actually come together. These pins should move somewhat freely and should be greased with Sil Glide or an appropriate brake greasing grease. Okay, so your outboard brake pad actually sticks right inside here, just like this, and it's designed to go inside this bracket. Then the back brake pad goes inside these notches right here. The back brake bracket goes inside the notches of the brake pad. This brake pad is stuck into the caliper by springs, so it's able to be held, whereas in this one isn't. This spring actually applies pressure to the caliper bracket, holding the caliper bracket together. So I'm going to assemble this, and I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to try to show you guys how actually easy this is. And I know you guys have probably been frustrated with this before. You slide that up underneath there, lift up on the spring gently, pushing the rear brake pad into the brake caliper bracket and holding it together. I'm going to actually do it. I need both hands to do it. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show it to you. And if it's difficult, I will let you know. Okay, so we've got our brake bracket off, and we've got our brake pad. We're going to stick our brake pad up underneath there, even though it's not 100% necessary. Then we're going to go ahead and roll the caliper bracket underneath the spring. As we do that, we're going to pull it towards us, sliding the back portion down into the clips of the rear brake pads, making sure that we take these two fingers and we push in on our brake pad like that, and everything should be square, and your springs are underneath there. Really super easy without a doubt, you've got it back together correctly. Most people don't assemble them off the car like this, and that's why you have so much trouble with your brake springs.
And then...
Okay, so just so you guys know what's going on, this brake caliper bracket actually floats on these arms of the brake pads. Me and Dan were just talking about it, and, you know, and I was like, yeah, that's how it works, and I thought, well, I'd share that with y'all. Okay, for easier installation, just as another tip, you want to make sure that your brake pad is sticking out this way just a little bit, like this one. That means that we need to slide the caliper bracket over like this, and then that will expose a little bit of the spring off the edge.
And then...
Okay, I wanted to add in some tips about doing your front brakes yourself. I mean, that a lot of these YouTubers don't talk about, but I do. One of the things is people will let their brake caliper hang, or they will twist their brake caliper around and hang it up there, and they will end up twisting their line. What you're looking for in this situation is a nice fluid brake line. Running fluidly, not curled up in a Q. If you twist that around, it will look like a curly Q, and you'll have it on wrong, and then that'll cause your brakes to fade.
And then...
The other thing that people do is they over-tighten the brake caliper pin bolts. They're 20 to 30 foot-pounds. You can take the palm of the ratchet and just tighten it up with your hand versus pulling on the end of it, stripping out the bolts. It's not necessary to over-tighten them. These two bolts back here that hold the caliper bracket to the spindle, these are the ones that you put enough love into it like you're trying to make a baby. That's the one that you put tons and tons of pressure on. I don't know exactly what the torque is for them, but I tighten the crap out of them, and I also use blue Loctite on them. Always use blue Loctite on them. That works the best to hold them on there. Well, hopefully that video was helpful for you folks, and you'll consider subscribing and giving me them sweet old thumbs up. And if it was helpful, please turn the volume down on one of my sweet playlists while you're sleeping at night and let it play on through. God bless you guys. Remember, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. Don't be the next to them. Be the first to you.